have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
He's the poker-playing, fast-talking, sports gambling host of Mixing It Up with Mintz. Our resident degenerate and the key to you making some money this Saturday, Mr. Ben Mintz.
A little bit below the median line here going into another week of winners for our boy Ben Mintz. Mintz, you graduate from Ole Miss?
I spent about 8.5 to 9 of the greatest years of my life in Knoxville, Mississippi.
Is that the answer? So you're not going to you're avoiding my question?
I did graduate.
Okay.
I actually did graduate.
Okay,
I was 31 years old when I graduated, but hey.
Hey, man. I was 27. I did 7 years. Didn't take a semester off.
Oh, this reminds me of the great Tommy Boy lines where he's like, plenty of people go to college for 8 years.
Yeah, they're called doctors. All right, Mintz, how we feeling, man? 2 games under 500. I'm telling the listening crowd not to panic. T-Bob wanted to bail last segment.
Not true.
Twice
not
about
true.
It. Thought twice about it.
Just a little disconcerted. Yeah, a little disconcerted right now.
How are you feeling going into the weekend?
I feel pretty good. I'm going to be honest. Look, it's a long season. 2 under 500, hardly reason to panic. I don't, want to get on here and complain about stuff, but that Stanford-Oregon loss was one of the toughest I've ever taken. The game's the game, though. But I really thought we had the right side in Oregon in that game. Should have been 500. So if we were 5 or 8 or 10 under 500, I'd feel a lot worse. I'm ready to bounce back this week.
I thought you played great against the 49ers, though, bro.
Oh, I did. And, man, we're just so hot right now. Our offense just pushing the ball down the field, got so many weapons. Just excited to go to Denver Monday night. Monday night, first Monday night football appearance. I'm certainly hotter than my voices sounded like Ben Mintz's picks right now. That's
Mintz, look, I love you, man, but be careful.
Just making sure I progress and making sure every single week I have a plan and I go through those things. And as the year went on, I started to pick stuff up a little bit faster and a little bit faster to where the last week when I got to prepare and actually be.
It's incredible.
Just be careful, Mincy, because Sunday Von Miller's going to be coming for that ass. Just be safe.
We're on Monday Night Football this week,
Or Monday, yes, Monday.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mintz, let's go, man. Let's play one.
Let's get back on the right track. We're actually going to start in your esteemed one of y'all's listening areas in New Orleans on Friday night. We're back in Tulane as a 14-point home underdog on a short week against a Memphis team that allowed 35 points to South Alabama and already lost at Navy. I like Tulane's a tough team to prepare for on a short week. This weather looks kind of shaky for this game, which I think hurts Memphis' spread offense. So we're going to take Tulane as a 2-touchdown home underdog against Memphis on Friday night.
Okay, go Greenies.
All right, next college game we're going to take. And look, this might be one. I hope that my vision isn't clouded on this. I'm still so furious about the Stanford-Oregon game, as I mentioned. I don't think Stanford's that good right now. I really don't. I think they got away with murder last week in that game. They're traveling to Notre Dame on Saturday night, and I think Notre Dame, who has a good defense for sure, I think the quarterback switched for them, switching to Book. He tore up Wake Forest last week, getting away from Brandon Wimbush, who is just so inconsistent as a passer. I think that's a big upgrade. Notre Dame's got a good defense. I'm taking Notre Dame -6 at home against Stanford. Stanford cannot get away with that again.
It's so salty.
Boy, that game pissed him off. That game pissed him off. All right, Notre Dame -6. Third play of the weekend.
We're going to go NFL the rest of the way. We're going to start with a bounce-back effort, I expect, in Foxborough. New England looked horrible on Sunday Night Football against Detroit, falling to 1-2. Miami being talked about as one of the surprise teams in the NFL at 3-0. Miami has played one of the all-time paper tiger schedules. Wins over the Jets, Raiders, and Titans. I like New England to bounce back big here as a 6.5-point home underdog to not fall 3 games back early in this division in the AFC East.
Oh, wow. New England's getting 6.5 at home.
No, New England's a 6.5-point favorite.
Okay.
Hang up on you and call the guy. All right, third play.
Fourth
play. Fourth, my bad.
Third NFL, or next NFL play. Tampa Bay heading to Chicago off a real wild Monday Night Football game in which Fitzpatrick threw 3 interceptions, finally looked like a mortal in the first half, almost brought him back in the second half. But on a short week, going up to play a Bears defense, been dominant so far. I'm taking the Chicago Bears -3, and I think Fitzpatrick's going to turn the ball over some more. So we're gonna go bear down at home -3 against the Bucs. And the surprising battle of the NFC North and NFC South leaders early in the season.
Fifth play of the weekend, another NFL game.
Yes. Next up, another bounce-back game here. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars minus. I'm seeing it at 7 at home against the New York Jets. Jacksonville looked wretched in the 9-6 loss to Tennessee last week, but I think Sam Darnold is he's in a brutal matchup here in Jacksonville. I'm hoping Fournette comes back, but regardless, I just think the Jaguars bounce back against a rookie quarterback at home that's going to struggle.
What's the number here, Mintz?
I've seen it at 7 and 7.5. We'll call it. We're going to call it 7 here if possible. I've seen both.
Take the low number. All right, final play of the weekend.
Final play of the weekend. I'm actually buying in on the Baker Mayfield train, fellas.
Okay.
I think he's a heck of a player. I was very impressed with the way he came in and led them back in the second half against the Jets. And if y'all hadn't noticed a trend here, I've been going against Oakland and John Gruden a good bit. I just don't think they're very good. And Cleveland's a 3-point underdog on the road in Oakland. I normally don't like the time zone change, but Cleveland playing on Thursday night last week, I think they got plenty of time to get ready for this, and I think this is a dog fight. We're going to back the Browns +3.
Hey, nice, man.
All right, so
I love it.
So a little recap for him, Mintz.
Okay, a little recap. We're taking Tulane, 14-point home underdog against a bad Memphis defense on Friday night. Taking the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, -6 at home against Stanford on Saturday. And then in the NFL, New England -6.5 to bounce back against Miami in Foxborough. The Chicago Bears -3 at home against Tampa Bay and Fitzpatrick. Jacksonville Jaguars -7 at home against Sam Darnold and the Jets. And finally, can Baker Mayfield go on the road and lead Cleveland to a road win at Oakland? I'm backing him +3. So 6 plays for the week. And we're going to get back on the right track. Like I said, 2 games under 500, hardly reason to push the panic meter.
A proud graduate of Ole Miss. How we feeling about Saturday night?
Well, this is what I'm excited about this segment. Y'all are going to get the full Mintz enthusiasm and energy coming to Death Valley on Saturday. I was made an offer I can't refuse. I'm sitting on the 50-yard line in the 14th. 50-yard line, 14th row in the heart of the high-end LSU boosters. I will be wearing red, but in a grateful, non-controversial fashion.
What does that even mean?
I don't believe you.
Minty, what do you think, man? You think the NWO can get one over on DBU?
Man, if I had to make a gambling pick, I'd lean LSU because I'm telling you, this Ole Miss run defense, I mean, I feel like I need to be out there defensive tackle. It's so bad. It's atrocious, but LSU having offensive line injuries, which I know is a problem right now, kind of back me off LSU. And the other thing, man, T-Bob, I've been going to LSU Ole Miss games since 1999. I've actually only missed 2 in 18 years.
Wow.
It's always been a big part of my life and social life. And I've seen many a terrible Ole Miss team come in as a bigger underdog than this in Baton Rouge and compete. This is always the Rebel Super Bowl. I'm not saying Ole Miss is a better team than LSU by any stretch of the imagination. I think LSU, matches up pretty well with Ole Miss, but I'm still excited to get down there, and I hope it doesn't rain though. And it never rains at Tiger Stadium, right? Isn't that what they always say?
Never. That's what they say. 100.7 the ticket. You guys carry LSU football on 100.7. Right?
We carry actually Louisiana Tech, so we had Tech LSU last week. But I'm going to be rocking big tailgate lot 402. That's a half Ole Miss, half LSU tailgate, and I'm actually behind the Rebels bench. And so if you see, a maniac screaming into the Rebel like huddles and sidelines coming out of the half, I can assure you it's me. Be on the lookout for that. I've been known to get pretty fired up.
Do you play this game, Mincy? Do you put any money on it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No way. Like I said, I'd lean LSU if anybody, but this is just total. I'm going to go pull from my alma mater with low expectations. The theme for this year's Ole Miss team was embrace the madness and insanity. I knew that that it's going to be a wild year. I don't know that we're necessarily that great, but maybe we can compete in this game. We'll see. I don't feel great about it though, to be honest.
Well, hey, at least Mississippi State lost to Kentucky.
There you go. Well, LSU, the only thing is LSU's offense does leave them a little vulnerable as a big favorite sometimes.
Can't get in a scoring match.
Against Louisiana Tech. And
can't get in a point-for-point game with them. 3 to 6 this afternoon. Mixing up with Mintz, 100.7 the ticket, and every Thursday right here with us on 100.3 ESPN Radio down in New Orleans and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, handing out winners. Thanks, man. We'll see you this weekend.
Heck yeah, boys. Take it easy.
Later, Mente.